fantastic weather here in Jacksonville. He says, sir, first of all, tell me, why are you here? I told him a little bit about the companies like I told you, and then I told him about, here to give a speech on customer relationships. Customer relationships? I am so into that, he says. Do you mind if I record our conversation? Who are you really, Have you seen Taxi Cab Confessions on HBO? I think, by the next show. And wait. How come you are so able to record the conversations in your cab? He says, well, you see, sir, I set it up that way because that way, like Dr. Smith, a local customer, he gets in the cab and I'm taking him to the airport and he mentions that his daughter Jill is just enrolled in Vanderbilt. As soon as he gets out of the cab, I record that information. And then that night when I get home, I take all these little recordings I've made throughout the day and I take that information and I enter it into my database. A cab driver with a database. So the next time that the doctor calls for a ride to the airport, I've got that ready. It kicks it out. He gets in the cab. I turn to him and say, by the way, doctor, how's Jill doing at Vanderbilt? He said, you think he's going to ride with anybody else? He told me a couple of one more thing, Mr. McKain. He said, you travel a lot. You talk to a lot of people. You're probably in a lot of cabs. He said, I'm franchising this. I'm franchising everything from the pocket PC in the cab to the are you ready for the best cab ride of your life to all of this. So if you ever run into a cab driver that needs help with customer service, I'm thinking that would be all of them. He said, you tell them about Taxi Terry. Well, the next morning I get up to speak for IBM. This is the biggest thing that's happened to me for a while, right? So that's how I start my speech. Hey, in there last night, are you ready for the best cab ride of your life? The entire audience went, Taxi Terry! He's the official cab driver for IBM. So now here's my fundamental question. If I can get that kind of service on a cab ride in Jacksonville, Florida, why shouldn't the customers of my businesses expect it? Why shouldn't the people that walk in the door of Express expect it? And if I'm not, or if you aren't providing that, what's our excuse? I mean, if the cab driver can do it, why don't we? And if you can think of an excuse, I need your help because I can't think of it. I've got to hold myself to a higher standard because if a cab driver can be that innovative, if a cab driver can change the game about what a ride is like from the airport to the hotel, surely to goodness we can find innovative ways to make that happen in our businesses. So when you get back home, you're getting ready to hit it.